Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, we doing a little discussion, okay? A little catch up, a little recap review, if you will. My quick thoughts on episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Bel-Air. Honey, listen, y'all doing too much with these daggone episodes and how y'all dropping them, and y'all doing too much in these episodes with the daggone drama, messiness, and foolishness of it all. I'm here for every single minute, but baby, okay, you're doing a little too much. So, of course, we got Viv is out in these streets, honey. She party and she said, yes, it's ladies' night or what a night, but it's our anniversary. And Viv, I need you to get it together. Just like I got on Phil, baby, I gotta get on you a little bit too. And Mr. Taco Man, I need you to get up out the hell up out of here, okay? We do not want you here. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, okay? Let the damn doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Take your tacos and jump off the side of the damn building for all we care, okay? I had tacos last night and I made them, and I'm sure mine's is better than yours. Like, we ain't got time for it. We don't want you around here. Now, we also got Carlton and Will trying to get together with this blackness. Black says they having a damn hard ass time. They can't seem to get it together. You know, Carlton overall is actually doing good, but I need him to stay the hell away from Amara. Girl, Amara, I seen you coming from a mile away. I done called it just like the hell it is. I see why Viv said you need to go ahead and take care of you because you got too much going on, girl. Every time we see you, your eyes are glossy, they droopy. You looking like damn Snoopy. You over here trying to get this rush and this adrenaline. And honey, we ain't got time for it. We can see you taking daggone Carlton down the wrong road. And I ain't talking about the road that you had him driving while you was snobbing the damn knob, which I'm sure he enjoyed. But baby, no, it's too much. Okay. What I did not have on my bingo card was Jeffrey and Penelope and Frederick's storyline going this way, okay? And we had the double OG Jeffrey in the building, okay? The original Don Dada was happy to see him. Now Phil is over here trying to get rid of, all these things and bring it into his own business. But honey, that's looking like it's gonna be a hot ass mess. I need Phil to do what he gotta do. Jazz is out here about to be making some terrible daggone mistakes. When I get it, because he want to keep his business. We trying to rally around Hillary because she need us right now. Because Lamarcus ain't got no daggone concussion like we thought he did. He having a whole daggone heart issues, and his daddy is very much given shut up and dribble, and daddy is trash, okay? Speaking of trash, baby, they was telling us this whole time that Lou was trash, and now we trying to spin it, okay, flip it and reverse it and show us another side, because of course it's not always just black and white. There's some gray in between. Why you looking a little shaky, girl, okay? Because you was over here telling all these stories and hating Lou with your whole damn heart, and now we got to have this sit down. We got to come together and try to have a daggone meeting. But baby Lou, I still got my eye on you, okay? You having this sit down and expressing yourself was cute, okay? The little basketball game 1-on-1 and all of that. But baby, we need more than just one game for us to say that we believe in you and we on your side. Now, Ashley, you feeling yourself, girl. You over here talking about he and non-binary. I don't give a damn if he non-binary, he, she, they, them, All of them, okay? Don't need to be coming in my damn house when you don't know them from a hand damn door, holding the freaking wall, girl. This is a stranger you letting in, let alone going in the room with the daggone door closed. We still see you making freaking googly eyes. But let's go ahead, y'all, get into these episodes, break them on down, take them from the top. You know how we do. So, child, baby, listen, I was here for Viv, okay, out all night having a good funky time with her girls. I had no issue with that. Sometimes we gotta relax, relate, release. We gotta regroup. We gotta come together. We gotta be able to express ourselves and vent to our girls. No problem with that whatsoever. Her friend came to the job and she just was letting it all out. We finding out, listen, I'll just be too tired. I ain't got the daggone energy. And on top of this, we feel like Phil lied to us about this kiss, right? So first, her friend was trying to give her a little something to smoke on, tote on, and she said, "Nah, I ain't got to do. I can't be doing that while I'm here working, right? But I think you need a ladies' night out." So we like, okay, cool. We gonna go ahead and do that. We going to get all prettied up and feel like, what the heck happened in here? Oh, I'm going out with the girls tonight. Don't wait up for me, right? Now, meanwhile, before we got into all of that, Hillary was at the hospital. I love the transitions of how they did that hospital scene with everybody kind of moving all around her. We find out what's going on with LaMarcus, and we coming inside, and Daddy right off the gate over here passing him the phone, telling him how they can't wait for him to get back on the field, and the coaches is calling, and we got to make it do what it do. And I'm like, Daddy, I get it, like being positive and wanting to think of the best, but at the same time, put your damn child first and put all this football and all this other foolishness to the side. Now we know that this is real and this is something that definitely can happen in real life, right? And I'm also side eyeing mama, because how do you not have any input? How you have nothing to say? How are you just okay with your husband out here making all these calls and you just kind of like, oh, I'm going to excuse myself and let y'all have the room? And Hillary is basically the one that ends up stepping up and being like, nah, this is not right. This is not how this should be happening. Like, we got to make sure that you are okay first, right? And I think a lot of us called it and already knew that because of this situation that's going on with LaMarcus, she basically was going to get all, entangled into that and not going to tell him about what she was going to tell him. Now that's not important, and we got to put that on hold because we trying to hang in there with him and make sure that he's okay. Okay, cool. You know, Carlton and Will, like I said, are having a hard time, right? We doing this presentation, and instead of it being teamwork, make the dream work, and both of us using our strong suits to come together, we actually end up having Carlton and Will seeming as if they not on the same page and they going at each other. And that's the last thing that we want. It doesn't look good, when y'all doing this presentation, especially what y'all do on your own time is something completely different. We're also behind as far as getting these shipments for these shirts in, and I know that that's very stressful, right? So it's like, let Will go ahead and take care of that and get that going. They supposed to be having that come in from a friend of Jazz, but right now he ain't answering no calls. He ain't getting back. That is very unprofessional, though, to be honest. But Jazz is telling them don't stress it. This is just how his friend gets down, but he is gonna come through with the shirts. So Carlton and Will can't seem to get on the same page. We arguing. And Lisa and Amara all of a sudden have become chummy. Okay. They popping up for this surprise. We gonna take y'all out to the beach for the day now. In all honesty, I felt like they were supposed to say, nah, we gotta catch up on this work. We can't go to the beach, right? But at the same time, I feel like the girls was trying to say maybe if you relax, relate, release for a minute, kind of regroup and rethink things, you could get together and you could come back stronger. So we go with them to the beach, but we are literally acting like damn preschoolers, arguing every 5 damn minutes, turning everything into a debate and a fight. And we essentially end up having a big blowout where both Lisa and Amara got to say, okay, let's have a timeout and separate them. Lisa's over here trying to quiz daggone Will, and Will answered like 2 questions right and was then ready to be like, let's get it on. Okay, he didn't have time for that. And I thought it was cute, and I thought they should have kept going with that part, to be quite honest. Now, Jeffrey and Uncle Phil have a conversation where he's basically like, don't come telling me I told you so, right? I don't need to hear that right now. I'm just going to do what I got to do. I'm moving on along. I done gave in my resignation. I ain't got time for this. And homegirl calls herself coming to Phil and threatening him like, oh, well, if you leave, the clients don't come with you, right? And I'm like, girl, bye, get the hell up out of our damn face. I felt like that was just another ploy of hers, and we ain't really give a damn about it. Now, it was funny to me when when Jazz came to the hospital to see Hillary and he was bringing her some food. I thought that was really sweet, kind of doing a check-in on her. But all of a sudden, Jazz, where you messed up at is homegirl is coming upstairs 2.5 seconds behind you talking about, well, what you doing up here? I don't really appreciate this. I know you ain't bringing this chick no daggone food. Okay. And got me waiting on the damn sideline. And so Hillary just pretty much was like, go ahead, you got your friend waiting for you. We ain't got time for it. Now, we also basically had you know, Viv go out for this ladies' night, right? We having this party, we enjoying ourselves, we getting all these shots, baby. She was getting down on that damn floor. And I was cool with all of that, like I said. But where you got a problem at with me, honey child, baby boo? Why is your friend up here liking all the pictures from Mr. Chef? Okay. Like them shits from your phone, girl. Why the hell would you do it for mine? Obviously, if he feels like I'm liking his pictures, then he gonna feel like he could come around and it's okay that I want something with him when I don't. Like, I would have cursed my girlfriend out for doing that. That was not okay with me. And as a matter of fact, my girlfriends wouldn't be doing anything like that. So I feel like that says a lot within itself. Now, we were supposed to be having this family dinner, but because Viv went out about her damn business and Carlton and Will wasn't back yet, we kind of have a daddy daughter moment between Uncle Phil and Hillary, and we like, well, we don't know what we gonna eat, baby. She puts up together some trade talking about this was a woman's dinner. I don't know where the hell that and what woman it was, girl, but okay. And he was like, well, can we get a man dinner? Because I ain't feeling this. And he was just basically telling her that everything was gonna work out and just keep doing what she doing. Now, while Viv is partying, she's basically, of course, been into the ladies, and we start looking at, old Chef Daggone Page and how cute he is, and how we probably wouldn't be able to walk for a week if we messed with him and whoopty whoopty woo. And we saying how we wouldn't mind going beating homegirl behind, but of course we too tired to even get up and try to do that now because our damn feet hurt. Okay, we a little up there in age, things ain't moving and working and shaking and baking the way they used to. So you know, we basically had Lamarcus over here at the hospital. Hillary catches him where he over here trying to drag himself to the bathroom. And of course, with her being an influencer and knowing all about getting on social media and making things work, she kind of uses that to her advantage and also tries to uplift his spirits by saying, hey, you could spend this the way that you want to, but also be careful and be safe and do things the way that you need to do them to protect yourself, right? And Carlton over here driving back with them Amara, and she talking about some, drive faster, and going down on him or whatever, right? And like I said, right now he feeling like cloud nine. Okay, he thinking this is the best damn thing since cooked rice. But I feel like this is gonna put damn Carlton in some jeopardy. It's not gonna work out the way that he think it's gonna work out. Of course, this feels like the best thing since cooked rice at this point. And later, when she's texting with him, she's actually bringing up them going damn skydiving. So I called it with episodes 1 and 2 that I felt like this chick definitely was just about this thrill and the next high. And, not necessarily drugs, but maybe when she's not doing the drugs, this is the only other way that she can function and feel like she alive. I don't know. Now, I did appreciate the fact that when Jeffrey was asking Will about, you know, what was going on with Frederick and is there anything they want to say. Will was over here humbling, stumbling, and bumbling, and Jeffrey clearly knew what time it was. And by the time Carlton, on the other hand, did the complete opposite and said that he really wanted to be open and honest with Jeffrey and let him know what time it was. He basically just told Carlton, don't even worry about it. I got it. Okay, that's not something you have to be worried about right now. But I'm glad that Carlton is pretty much being open and honest from his end and expressing himself and saying, what's going on with him and how he's feeling and all of that. So we are seeing growth within Carlton. Now Viv bring her drunk behind home, child. And I was like, Phil, why are you not going upstairs with her? Like, I'm trying to understand it. Okay. She over here, like, yeah, I don't think it's a good time for us to talk right now. I said, baby, talking is not what y'all should be doing. Ain't we going into y'all anniversary? What am I missing here? Of course, Carlton and Will are able to make it, make it work. That's another thing that I love about this show is yes, we see in conflicts, we seeing them go through the drama, but we also are seeing them actually get together and see some compromises and conversations of how we can move forward. We're not just trying to, shove it under the rug and act like these things aren't happening, like there aren't any issues. Now, of course, Jeffrey was over here snooping all around Frederick's stuff and, basically follows him and let him know, like, listen, I know what time it is and I seen your burner phone. Only for us to end up finding out that it's his mama that he been getting in touch with all this time. Okay. So now we get more of Jeffrey's backstory where we find out exactly why he left, how he left, and the fact that he thought all this time that they were going to be protected and looked after, but unfortunately he ended up going to jail, which Jeffrey never knew about that part. So again, a big part of this is miscommunication. If people was talking and they actually knew what was happening, then they could kind of be there and be able to say, okay, well, plan A didn't work. We're going to go to plan B or whatever. But it's definitely still awkward. Obviously, Jeffrey is acting like he don't want her around at this point. And Frederick whole thing is like, well, if my mama can't stay, then I'm not gonna stay either. We a package deal, right? Then I'm gonna be up out of here too. And because Jeffrey don't want that to happen, he essentially ends up moving both of them into the house and is like, are you sure you want this? Well, no, according to him anyway, I really don't want this. But if this is the only way that I can make it happen, so be it. Now, meantime, it is now officially Uncle Phil and Viv's anniversary. The kids done cooked up all this breakfast and they bringing it into them. And awkward, okay, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. First of all, we've been hearing y'all damn arguing every 5 minutes anyway, and we get upstairs and Phil ain't in the damn bed when we bring this breakfast in. So of course we like, where he at? And you coming upstairs with a damn pillow, Phil, talking about some, oh, I just happened to fall asleep in my office. And it's like, oh, so you took the pillow down there with you and then fell asleep, or you came back up and got the pillow and went to sleep, Phil? What is the truth, right? And not even 2.5 seconds after they walk out the room, again, they're hearing them arguing. Of course, this is hitting Ashley and Carlton the hardest. Like, Will could feel it and see it too, but for Ashley, she was already saying that this picture was being painted and that's not really what it is. And for Carlton, he's feeling like his parents is arguing because of him, that it's his fault. But we all know that there's a way bigger picture than that going on. And I've been saying forever that damn Phil and damn Viv need to go the hell away. So, we know that is our anniversary and stuff like that, but we also know that Phil is damn putting in this resignation and trying to see which way he can move. Viv is over here trying her best to start up with this new artist, and she's able to really bond with her, which I like that moment because I felt like she needed it, where it was a reminder of, listen, I love your paintings and that's what got me to painting, and that's what's been an inspiration to me, and I still carrying around with me. And can I get your signature, your autograph, and can I, take a selfie with you? And it let Viv know that she is doing something right and she is going in the right direction, because we know how much she struggled with that in the beginning. But we also are getting messages from Mr. Chef where he like, oh, so many likes or whatever. And he decides to bring his raggedy ass over and give her some freaking flowers and bring some damn lunch. And I'm like, get the hell up out of here. And I was mad that Viv was over here all giggling and, oh no, you confused and you got it wrong. Like, she was not standing on business, as y'all say. And she was not coming strong enough for me. I needed her to really be like, listen, I'm a married woman. I have no interest. That was not me. I apologize. Okay, that was actually my friend. And no, it's nothing here. But instead of saying that, she gonna take her ass talking about some, oh, well, this food look good, right? Might as well go ahead and eat it. Meantime, Jeffrey is kind of struggling, trying to figure out what his next episode is gonna be. He actually at one point talks about leaving and moving away and just doing whatever he got to do to protect Penelope. and Frederick. And, Uncle Phil, of course, is asking him, is he sure that's what he should be doing? So we basically, have Phil show up at the daggone office, honey, to surprise Viv with some flowers and say happy anniversary. And I love the way he played it, grown and damn sexy. First of all, he was like, not intimidated. I could care less. I know you that you are my wife. No, y'all go ahead. Because homeboy tried to be like, oh, you can sit and have lunch too. He like, nah, I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna catch you when you back at home, honey. Have a good daggone day. And it felt like Viv wanted him to be jealous and, act like he cared. But girl, no, because first of all, you should have been the one making sure that you was not being put into any type of position, all right? So he went on about his business after that. Now, meanwhile, over at the daggone, court, we trying to get to this rapper, right? And get our names out here and really see what we could do with this black cess to keep it moving. We actually end up getting a damn bigger order than what we wanted. So we went from having no shirts to having too many shirts, and we also trying to get promos. Now, of course, Jackie's still coming with an attitude telling Will, you really should have defended me. You should have stuck up for me. You should have been there for me. Girl, bye. Okay. I don't feel like he needed to do all of that, but I do feel like he needed to be more self aware and stop acting like he did not see what the hell was happening right in front of his eyes. I feel like you ain't see it because you ain't want to see it, right? And Carlton was able to say, I'm having a hard time. Okay, I'm around here around all this damn liquor. It's making me uncomfortable. I need a timeout. I need to go to myself for a minute. And he went and spoke to the sponsor, and the sponsor basically was saying the same thing that his mama said. This relationship with you and Amara might be too much, right? And you did the right thing, and you on the right track. And one step at a time, one day at a time, is all you can do. And he tells Amara what the sponsor said, and she decides to take her raggedy ass there and go off on him and be mad that he told Carlton this and say, you don't know me. And he's like, oh, but I do. And baby, I want to hear what the hell he knows because, yes, girl, you've been coming there a lot longer than Carlton has. And that's really what the tea is about that we need to freaking know. Like it's way more to her damn story and way more than meets the eye. And I feel like, he can't go against and tell all the details, but he's definitely saying this for a reason. And I don't think it's like he wants him, which is what some people were saying. Not everybody that's gay all the time mean they attracted to you and they want you. No, I think it's really just a concern that he sees the explosion that's about to freaking happen. Now, Phil surprises Viv with this dress and he rents out the whole daggone restaurant. It's absolutely beautiful, wonderful, okay. And she was like, baby, what we not gonna do is sit here act like everything is peaches and cream and like we ain't been having damn issues this whole time. We gonna go ahead and have to talk it out. Now, I didn't mind that. Like I said, this is something that I actually appreciate from the show. But there was 2.5 seconds that I was like, Viv, what are we doing right now? All of this. Oh, I like the way he was looking at me, and I like that he thought that I was beautiful and sexy, and he's an attractive man. Girl, we did not need to hear all of that for you to get to your damn point. And then Phil said, okay, well, if you gonna sit here and pour it all out and tell me how much you wanted some other damn man, then let me tell you, yes, she was attractive and I liked the attention and the things that I was getting from her too. Baby. But once we hashed it out and we put it all on the table, they was able to sit down and say, you know what? For some reason, there's always other things that get in the mix that mess up our relationship or, affect our relationship. And we got to start being stronger and making sure that that does not happen and that we're honest and open with each other and we're on the same page. And basically, we rooting for us and working for us, right? For the rest of our lives. So I did appreciate that. Now, Carlton and Ashley, in the meantime, is at home talking about how this is stressing them out and how they feeling, and they want to go ahead and try to do something special for Mama and Daddy. So by the time Phil and Viv get home, baby, we got it's our anniversary with all the pictures of them together and they down there dancing and everything. And I'm like, yes, that's what we want to see. That's what we came here for. Okay, chocolate on chocolate. Love, give us more, give us more, give us more. Now this little boy come, okay, knocking at the door. And Ashley go ahead and let him in when she don't know him from a hole in the wall. He's talking about how he missed the audition. He thought it was today, but it was yesterday. And she just like, come on in. I'm like, where we do that at? Okay, my son has known his friends for years, okay? And they can't just come up and pop in my damn house, let alone a freaking stranger. In the meantime, you know, um Carlton actually gets his doors back, and when you see him get the doors back, Will kind of has a look on his face with just seeing how his parents is hugging him. Early in the episode, Will does ask him, like, when you go to therapy, that's how this works, with y'all talking and having conversations. So you can see the wheels turning in his head. He also had a conversation with one of the guys at the club where he was saying how his mom and him was so close, and he don't know how Will does it with being separated from her. So of course we ended off episode 5 with him texting his mom saying, I need you here now. And she come on through and they over here rocking and rolling to BBD. Okay. I was definitely here for that. I thought it was cute. And as they pull up, they can see all of this protesting going on because they not feeling Phil, and the fact that he seems to be down with this whole freaking businesses taking over and what that's going to mean for Jazz and a lot of the other shops, the gentrification of it all, right? And so they are peaceful and they do move out the way for them to come in. And Will is like, yeah, welcome to Bel-Air, right? And so little do she know the main reason that he really want her there is because he want her to have this meeting with her and Luke. But before we even get there, of course, we just kind of catching up. And because we did get the shirts, and I did think another very cute part that I liked was the fact that her and Viv came out modeling the shirts and doing something like on social media to show the different styles of shirts, and we laughing and stuff, Kiki in that first, and then all of a sudden she getting her feelings and she got this look on her face, and she sit down and want to tell Viv about some, you the soft parent or whatever, how you do your kids is not how I do my kids. Why is Will all of a sudden not playing basketball? And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, if you felt like she was so soft and you had so many issues with her damn parenting, then why did you send your son to live with her in the first place? Okay, like at the end of the day, first of all, kids that age go through so many different jobs and different dreams that they have. They still trying to figure things out, and it doesn't mean because he took a break for the summer that he's never going to go back to it. And it possibly could, or maybe he's going to do both, or maybe he could be doing 5 different things. Why couldn't you just sit in the moment and be happy and excited for him that he's happy and excited about something that actually is a positive business thing? Like, there's a lot worse things that he could be doing. So Vi, you kind of turned me off with that before we even got to the new thing. I was already giving you the side eye, girl, because that's just not the reaction that I was expecting for you to have, and for you to insinuate that they was making him stop the basketball when that had absolutely nothing to do with it. This was all on Will, something that he wanted to do actually because of the comments that Lou made, which, to me, Will should not have like changed his mind just based off of Lou either. But we get it. We already know that Dan Will is emotional. So they were able to kind of come to a common ground with that conversation, but I didn't like that she came out like that. Meanwhile, as Viv is passing damn Ashley door, she seeing her in there, and she over here talking about, oh my, you ain't gotta worry about it. He non-binary, and she's like, yeah, okay, but just still keep the damn door open, girl. And her face looked like how a lot of our faces would look because we ain't really up on all these new times and new labels and all of that kind of stuff. All we know is that we see you in there, Ashley, okay, making damn googly eyes. That's what we know. That's what I saw. Okay, I saw what Viv saw. And I would have been saying the same damn thing. So basically, as far as, Jeffrey goes, of course, he needs to have a sit down with OG Jeffrey and see if we can come to some type of common ground and he can help us out. How can we resolve this situation, right? And make it go away. And right now, we like it's really not a way for you to make it go away unless you come back and you work for them again. And, that would be the only way that you would be able to help your son and help Penelope, right? And you could tell that Jeffrey was about to go all the way off, and Penelope kind of was like, all right, calm it down. Let's see what other angles and other things that we could possibly do. And of course, Jeffrey is really considering this because at the end of the day, all he wants to do is keep his family safe. Meanwhile, Phil had came to see Jazz and was like, listen, you're going to have to go ahead and sign over this paperwork. Like, at the end of the day, you're not going to come up with the money in time. At least this is a way for you to actually make some money off of this and be able to go somewhere else and build something else or possibly get you something else. And at first, that sound cute, that sound good. But then we really talking about the history and how, the Black Panthers and all of that has been involved and had meetings there. And I'm saying, okay, well, then this could be a historical landmark. Like, why are we not looking into that? Why, out of all these conversations and all these meetings we having, nobody is bringing that up? So essentially, he left papers there for Jazz to sign. But once we start talking about, Jazz is a hustler and he's always fought for everything, and while we trying to give up on stuff just like that, he actually ends up sending Phil those papers back like, nah, boo, I'm still hustling, okay? I ain't trying to go out like that. I still got some fight inside of me. So I'm like, okay, Jazz, I hear you. And Phil didn't look mad that he was saying that either. Now, we finally get to the part where Will is kind of telling his mom, like, I really want you and Lou to sit down. I've been doing a lot of thinking, going through a lot of emotions ever since I got this box from him and ever since I had this conversation with him. And at first, she is very adamant and very much against it. But then I guess it just boils down to, okay, like, my son is asking me this. I'm going to do it on his behalf. Now, Hillary comes over and has a little sister moment with Ashley that I thought was cute. Ashley done wrote a daggone song for her child. She was like, wrote a song about it, want to hear it go. And she said, well, at least you ain't called me a bitch. She was like, not yet. Okay, the song ain't finished. So I thought that was funny. Carlton basically comes over to his mom and tells her how important it is that they get along with Amara and they give him a chance. He over here doing backflips and all kind of stuff because she tells him, okay, bring her over for dinner, because Amara was making it seem like, once she had went there and went off on Mr. Sponsor guy, like it was so important to her that she be included in the family. Like, your mom went against me and didn't want me. Did you even stick up for me with her? Have you even told them how you feel about me and that you want to be with me and all of this? And Carlton is like, of course. So once Mama said, yeah, he was so ecstatic and so happy and excited to be able to, tell her, yeah, that it was okay and they was going to let her come over. Only for her to have them sitting there waiting around at the damn dinner table, and it's like, we don't show up. The damn food getting cold, and Carlton is like, let's just eat. Meanwhile, Will uses, where they have the AA meetings at to actually meet up with Lou and his mom. And they start to tell him this backstory, even though they started out rocky and throwing shots at each other or whatever, Lou and Vi did. Um, but we get into a deeper story where apparently they was there with no heat. They were struggling, going through all kind of stuff. Lou actually had their work on this guy's house, and excuse me, y'all, and he owed him some money that he didn't pay him for it. So apparently he goes there like, yo, pay me my money, which anybody could understand that, right? And things apparently got out of hand. That was not his intentions. And this is how he ends up going to jail. That part of the story was always left out. Now all of a sudden Vi's like, yeah, he had his ways and we didn't get along and stuff could be shaky, but I was the one that told him to go and do what he got to do. I didn't give a damn how the hell he did it or what he did. The bottom line was that you was a small baby and you needed to be able to be warm and have the things that you needed to have and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so then he went to jail. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I can see that. That's one part of the story, right? But there seems like it was so many others. We still can't forget the way she came off and all the bad things that she was saying Lou did. And then Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil as well was making it seem like, nah, your father was the scum of the scum. Like he was the worst of the worst. Okay, he was not that far from being damn Lucifer the way that they was describing him. So now we supposed to feel like this is the only mistake he made and everything else was perfect. Like, which one is it? I mean, more than one thing, two things can be true at the same time. I just feel like he's a complex man that had his struggles. Even when we look at the original one, it seemed like 1 minute Lou would be okay, and it seemed like he would be excited to see Will and looking forward to see Will, and basically just making promises that he couldn't keep and leaving it on somebody else to be able to do that for him. And let's not forget that he has been back and living here for a whole damn year, got a barbershop and all of this, but never reached out to Will. Supposedly, which that could be true too, to get himself together and wanting to be on a certain place before he actually speaks to Will. But I still got my eye on them Lou. That's what all of that boils down to. Like, that was cute. I appreciated them being able to have the conversation. I appreciated them being able to get on the same page. I really did, at least for that moment, and have some type of closure for the situation. But it wasn't something that made me say, okay, everything is cool with Lou now. Just wasn't for me, right? But I was okay with that moment. Now, Amara shows up later knocking at the door talking about, child, today is the anniversary that my sister died. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't be around people. And it's like, well, why you didn't bring that up before? You so much every minute getting on everybody about honesty, but yet I'm still feeling like we never get the complete honesty from you. Of course, Carlton wants to try to be there and support her, and I did like how Viv came down to see what was going on too, and was telling her she's sorry and was giving her support. But I'm just still looking damn at Amara, and we go sit by the pool, and he's saying how sometimes he be worried about her and trying to figure out what's going on with her. And it's like, that's not what Carlton needs. He's still struggling to find his own self and stand on his own 2 feet, which so far he's doing a fairly good job at doing. But I don't see how he could do that for himself and do it for her. And she says, well, then let me go ahead and put my damn location on your phone so that no matter where I'm at, you would just be able to look and see the location and find me. And I was like, girl, what? Like, oh, I hate this for Carlton. I really do, especially to see how far that he is going. Now, Jeffrey came and took that daggone knife, baby, and cut that daggone boxing bag open. And honey, it was a whole bunch of money in there. He came and told them, here go this damn money. Y'all better take it and get the hell up out of my face. That's the most y'all gonna get from me. I ain't coming back to work for nobody. I ain't got it to do. And I did love that part too. I was like, oh, okay, Jeffrey had some stacks up in there saved, okay, just in case for a rainy day. So that was basically the 3 episodes, y'all. Listen, I have been saying from the beginning that Amara is dangerous. I don't trust her. Um, and I just feel like she's just too damaged and got too much of her own demons that she fighting. I feel like it's a lot more to her story that we don't know. Moochie brought up when we did the live, shout out to her, that she feels like Amara could have possibly taken out her sister or has something to do with the reason why her sister, is no longer here. And that could be a part of what she is struggling with as well. And um I feel like it's gonna be a lot more. And I also definitely was pulling it with her ODing, and I was pulling it with just being an adrenaline junkie, and that I feel like that's gonna be dangerous for Carlton. As far as Phil, I did not feel like this business deal was gonna be like a good thing for him. And Jazz, I was concerned with him, with how far is he gonna go with this fight. And with Hillary, I don't see her and Lamarcus getting married, point blank, period. Um just don't see it at all. And I think that she do really have feelings for Jazz and him, and it's two different types of feelings for two different types of reasons. But I also feel like she just stuck in this thing because she feels like she's obligated to do it. I think that had he not fell on that daggone field and she had the chance to tell him, things would have went another way. But of course, that's not the way that they wrote it. This is where we at. And I need Phil and Viv. Like, I just want to see them loving on each other. I don't want no more of nobody coming in between anything with them. Okay, point blank, period. But that was my thoughts, y'all, on 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to do 7 and 8, and then we going to be caught up. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode, honey, what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe if you were so inclined. And I'll see y'all on the next one, y'all. Okay? Toodaloo.